Okay, hi, welcome to my channel, Takia Katero. Today is September 6th, Saturday, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and get you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start pulling cards. It's raining today. So I will start off. Oh, Mountain of Mastery. It's so funny because I was just thinking, like yesterday, about the ability to master certain skills. But anyways, Mountain of Mastery. Ascend towards self-realization and triumph, guided by the stoic presence of the Mastery Mountain pathway. Behind that, it says unlock your heart. So you mastered something, whatever it is that you mastered it. You just out here mastering things. Okay? And I feel like because of that, when you master certain skills, I feel like that word is starting to lose its meaning. You, like, essentially, it gives you pathways, open pathways to other things, right? Other skills, like you mastered one level, so now you have, it's like you're unlocking abilities, okay? Like in a video game, when you're playing a video game and you have to unlock a certain level, like, and you want to wear that certain armor, or, you know, wield that certain weapon, right? Or you want to utilize that certain magic skill, but you can't, because you have to unlock that skill. And when you unlock that skill, not only can you use that one weapon or that one tool or whatever, but you also have like these little other things, like, so not only can you wield that shield, but that shield can also do this and do that and do that. And not only that, but you can also combine that shield and that weapon together to create a whole new dynamic of things. Very, very fun. Okay? It's like in RuneScape, there's like these quests that you have to do, right? And anybody who plays RuneScape, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like one quest, for example, is Monkey Madness, right? But in order to unlock that quest, you have to do like 6 other quests, which is a requirement to do that one quest. It's crazy. They be doing things like that. Or like in Warframe, okay, if you want to wear a certain frame, you have to get the neuroptics, the armor, the shield, and then not only that, but not only do you have to get the neuroptics, but you have to get the pieces for it. Like, you need like 6 plasmas and 6 this and 2, 3 that and whatever. All right, and then you can make the whole helmet, essentially. That's the neuroptics. And then once the neuroptics is done, you still can't wear it because you still have to make the other 2 parts, right? Now, so then when the 2 parts are made, you have to combine them together to make a whole frame. It's right. It's I love that. It's just things within things within things within things, like Russian dolls, right? Like a doll within a doll within a doll. I think that is so freaking fun, man. I love it. It really makes things exciting. Anyway, so the reason why I'm even saying that is because whatever you mastered, you unlocked a new ability, which is unlock your heart. Embrace your vulnerability. Let love guide your journey to self-discovery. Right? And then when you unlock your heart, you would love yourself. Now you can do this, and then you can do that. You could, right? It's things within things within things. It's like a Russian doll, but for yourself. Thine self. So that's very exciting. I still gotta pull a card though. On the bottom, walking unscathed. Yeah, and you're very protected too. You're very protected. I feel like if you're down this path, which you are, collective, it's kind of like God's like, in your divine protection. It's just like, you can't bother my collective. It's like you have this armor of like, you know how like, I don't know, best example I can give you, like if you're eating seafood boil, and a lot of times people would wear those gloves so that way their hands stay clean and undirty, right? So it's like that. Whatever you have on, you have like, oh my gosh, the armor of God. Hold on. Wow, this is paper. And it's just armor of God. This is all of this. This is the armor of God. This paper right here. I've had this paper for a while now. The armor of God. I've had this paper for like about a month, maybe a couple weeks. You are fortunate. Wow. Because you have the armor of God on you. Because you unlocked your heart. Because you mastered something. You see? Things within things within things within things. Right? It says, so there was a trap that was being laid out for you. Now, for others of you, you passed. You succeeded. You avoided some sort of Ten of Swords energy. Some sort of trap, betrayal, whatever. You avoided that. Okay? But keep in mind, though, that there are others that are trying to attempt this. They're trying to attempt what others could not do, but they're just like fakes and phonies, like copycats, and it's not going to work. So don't even worry about it, okay? It says, walking unscathed. You are fortunate trap was laid out for you, but you were too small to fall for it. I don't know, my tongue is tying now. I can feel that. You are fortunate trap was laid out for you, but you were too smart to fall for it. Yeah, see? And that's because you have the armor of God. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything to stand. Stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist. Oof, I feel it in my chest. With the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the sword of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all of the saints. Wow. This is the NIV version, by the way, so. But it's still pretty good. Alright, I gotta go put this back. Hold on. It's cool, though, because I was just talking about, like, armors and shields and things like that, right? And protection. So, you have the armor of God around you. On you. It's like woven within you, which is pretty cool, right? It's pretty impressive. Finally, real promise. Release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibility. That's you. Real promise. I feel like you are the embodiment of what it looks like when you love yourself, when you give those promises to yourself, when you focus on yourself, right? And people might think that's selfish, but it's kind of like, well, I gotta focus on me so that way when the time comes, I can help you, or I can, if I'm called to lift you, or whatever the case it is, right? So it's never really for you truly, right? But again, discernment, because people might try to be like, well, if you're saying that God is giving you this blessing, then you should be sharing your blessing if that's what you're saying. All right, discernment. Okay, because your harvest is never really truly your harvest. Okay, but at the same time, you just try to stab me in the back. I don't have to give you my potatoes. Go find your potatoes elsewhere. Well, you just said God said right. And God said, I'm free to choose who I want to give my potatoes to. And I'm not giving you potatoes or tomatoes or cucumbers or whatever. I don't have to. Well, God said, well, that's just between me and God. If God feels like they should punish me, then that, let it be. Don't worry about my punishment when it comes to the Most High God. Don't worry about it. All right? Worry about how you're going to get your potatoes right now in this earth right now. How you going to eat? Because I'm not giving you my potatoes. Okay? So don't let people trying to psych you out or make you feel guilty or, then I guess it's just not fair. I don't know what to tell you. You can cry, oh, I don't have potatoes. I'm going to walk over you. I'm not going to step on you, but I'm going to walk over you and be like, anyways, hear ye, potatoes for thine. Okay? So that guilt trip shit does not work on me. All right. By the time you're out of breath trying to guilt trip the collective's out of potatoes because they just gave them away. And did you receive a potato? No, you did not, because you've been sitting there crying. And I feel like whoever's crying has been crying for years. All right. And the entire time, have you planted seeds to build and grow and make your own potatoes? No. So you've been crying for years because the collective's not giving you potatoes. And it's been years. You could have that's plenty enough time to plant the seeds, till the soil, water the soil, grow your potatoes, harvest your potatoes, clean your potatoes, cook your potatoes. Right? The entire time. They've been crying, no, the collective's not giving me potatoes or corn or cucumber. Okay, so why are you crying about what someone's not giving you when you could have been growing your own shit? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is the thing that I'm talking about that's really getting annoying, because it's like you're sitting here crying, wasting time. Meanwhile, the collective's leveling up, mastering skills, unlocking their heart, right? Like, it's crazy to me that it's so irritating, man. Anyways, so that's that. So I feel like the work that you've been doing, it's really showing. It's really, really showing. All right. It's like, it's undeniable. You walk by someone's home and you can see how beautiful their front yard is or their backyard is. You can see, because wow, it looks, and that's because they've been putting in the work. You see someone else's front yard and it's got like a rackety shopping cart, a broken tire, old jungle gyms, right? Cans, overgrown weeds. Like, yeah, wow, that you must not care. Like, you're not, right? But then that same person wants to pluck the flowers of that beautiful garden. Well, they have beautiful flowers. That's not fair. I want flowers too. I want my yard to look nice. They won't give me any of their flowers. They won't help me build with my yard. And, sir, ma'am, that's your garden. You need to work on that. Anyways, so we have Real Promise, release the chains of the past, and dance to the rhythm of possibility. So I feel like for a lot of you, you could have also released these mindsets of your own. You could have also been in that negative way of thinking, very entitled, very victim, and it's kind of like, well, you can either forever be a victim or you can be your own hero. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's like, I'm going to sit here and cry and cry and cry and cry and with my hand up, and who's going to reach my hand? Will anybody? Nobody? Cry, cry, cry. And it's like, at what point do you put your hand down and say, okay, well, let me lift myself up? At some point, when do you get tired? I feel like these people, they're not tired enough. They're not tired of being a victim enough. They're not. Because they're not doing anything about it. They're not. And you are. You're doing something about it, right? You got tired. So you, like, let go of those ways of being, people, mindsets, habits, right? Relationships, all right? Because you being around a bunch of woe is me, everybody's saying woe is me, but nobody's lifting themselves up and nobody's helping each other. All right, so where does that leave you? You got to do it yourself, right? I'm getting there. Two things can be true at the same time. People don't want to believe that. What is with that mirror? There's a mirror. There's a mirror. Someone's either trying to mirror you, copy you, reflect something. Two alignment. You are in the right place and time. So you are where you need to be. That's all that really matters. Okay. So I feel like you mastered blah, 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 Russian doll things, real promise, release the chains of the past, and dance to the rhythm of possibility. So you have an abundance of possibilities, open doors, opportunities, because you are where you need to be. You can do that now. Okay. And then someone is willing to die with a secret, essentially, keep something to the grave. It could be the fact that they want to copy you, they want to mirror you, they want to reflect you, right? This could be someone who is like a woe is me forever victim, right? They want to be entitled to something that you have, and they will never tell you this. Families that sleep together stick together, family secrets. So this is somebody in your family or your karmic family. This could be a group of people that feel like, well, that's not fair, that's not fair, you should help us. This could be a group of people or a person that's going to try to guilt trip you into giving them your harvest. And if you say no, they're going to throw spirituality, they're going to throw God, they're going to throw the fact that they're family, friends, whatever dynamic, whatever relationship you have with them, they're going to throw that in your face to make you feel guilty. Because if they can't get you to willingly give something to them or share something with them, they're going to try and take it by force, right? So you really need to have the armor of God with you, because guilt, right? Deliberately trying to guilt someone. Now, it's different from you naturally feeling guilt, like, oh wow, I probably shouldn't have done that, I feel bad. That's different. But someone trying to overcompass your natural feeling and make you feel guilty, so that way you can in turn like, oh, maybe I should give. No, maybe you should nothing, because that's not your feeling. What do you have to feel guilty of? You've been crying for 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever. You still don't have your own potatoes? You're crying because I did the work to get my own potatoes and you want them and I'm not giving them to you. So don't. These could be a group of people that are going to make you feel guilty because, well, you have it, so you should share now. This could be about money, right? People could think that you have money now. Well, I just think that's messed up because you don't want to help us financially. Well, then I guess you're just going to have to be messed up because I don't know what to tell you. Well, that's real effed up of you. Okay, well, then I guess it is. Well, then you must never have loved us. Then I guess I don't. I'm telling everyone you're a bad person. Well, then please do. Well, go ahead. Right? And the people that are quick to believe that, they probably already felt some type of way about you. So, because the real people are going to be like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Right? So let them. Let them. Right? Because that's just a way for you to be like, oh, well, fine, don't tell people that, or fine, then I just will, all right, well, just give me a second. No. Right? So you got a bunch of people that are planning, it could be like up to 6 people that are planning to guilt trip you into giving them something. Okay? It's something about the limelight or the spotlight. All right? But it doesn't really matter. They just feel some type of way because it's not fair that you're aligned. Are you working on getting yourself aligned? Well, I'm just waiting for the right moment. Okay, well, the right moment is not a time. It's a decision. You got to choose. If you're going to align yourself, start right now. Right? You can't, I'm just waiting for the new year. I'm just waiting for winter. I'm just waiting for summer. I'm just waiting until, I get paid on Friday. I'm just waiting, it's not a time. It's a decision. Either you get it together or you don't. I mean, period. I'm getting you have animosity being directed towards you because you got potatoes and cucumbers and corn and you got a whole harvest. All right? And it's your choice. You not only did you get blessed with a harvest, but it's also a shock to them. They feel offended because you have all this and you're choosing not to share. Don't you think that's a little effed up? No, I don't. I don't think so. You do because you're not getting anything. But if they were getting something, they would feel, oh, well, we're perfectly fine. It's okay. Right? And I do feel like for a lot of you, these people have their own harvest and they were like, shh, don't tell the collective. Don't tell the collective. Right? But there's something here with your harvest that is it can't be you're not talking about it, but it also it's very wow, they're really shiny, they're really right, you can't tell what they're growing in the backyard, but you can see all the leaves and all the palms and the fronds and they're growing, right? People can tell you've got something. What it is exactly, they don't know. But you have something. That's a gift from the Most High God. And on top of that, it's your choice. You have a choice, right? People think that just because you have a blessing, you automatically have to give and share and give and share. And it's like, no. This is my blessing. It's my choice, right? It's my choice whether I want to give or share. It's not mandatory. It's not an obligation, all right? I'm not supposed to do anything, okay? So jot that down. Anyways, Proverbs 25:28. Whoever has no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down without walls. So you have the armor of God of you, around you, on you. You've been mastering yourself. You've been unlocking your heart. You've been, you're doing what you got to do. You're aligned. These people, they don't know who they are, what they're doing, where they're going. It's so sad too, because I just heard they don't even know what they deserve, right? And if you don't know what you deserve, you don't know your value, you don't know your worth, then what do you know? Please, do you know that you can save yourself? Do you know that you have the strength to do so? And if you don't even know your own strength, what do you know? You don't know that you don't have to be a victim? Did you know that? I don't know if you know that, but did you know that? These are the same people that be like, "Oh, life is so this, life is beautiful, life is amazing. I love life." Right? Life is just not fair, and I've been dealt a bad hand at life, and blah. What is it about it that's so bad? Bills and debts and you're letting earthly materials and you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that. I don't really care anymore. Anyways, I've been hearing that song. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. And it's like, I feel like they're comfortable being in that way of living, surviving. They're comfortable living to survive, right? They're comfortable because it's very predictable, right? They know that when they wake up, they're going to suffer the next day and then the next day. And for some reason, some people find comfort in that, right? Because it's like, okay, I know what's going to happen tomorrow, more suffering. And I know that sounds really messed up, but that's a lot. They're comfortable in that toxicity, suffering, right? Because they can expect it, right? It secures them. It makes them feel secure because they know what to expect. Whereas, the healing journey, the shadow work, all of that, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to experience, what you're going to feel, what you're going to see. You don't know what you're going to have to let go, what you're going to have to sacrifice. You don't know what you're going to be experiencing, what connections you're going to make. Right? You don't know what wounds you're going to have to open to heal, what wounds you're going to have to face, what reflections you're going to see in the mirror. Very scary stuff, right? So a lot of people deliberately avoid that journey because they know suffering. They know it, right? Oh, hey, suffering, I'll see you tomorrow, right? Suffering's like, yeah, got you. Okay, cool. So, and it's like they're comfortable with giving up that sense of control. And they're the same people that be like, oh, life is this, life is hard, blah, 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 right? But then they want to look at you and be like, well, that's not fair that you have potatoes and we've been starving. Okay, well, you have to take some seeds and then plant them. But it's just so hard, and I don't even know, what if my potato seeds don't even grow, and what if I run out of water, and what about my dirt? And don't talk to me. Get out of my face. Right? A lot of excuses, a lot of what ifs. At some point, you're going to have to be like, you know what? Let me at least try. Right? Let me at least try. And a lot of people are afraid of doing that. And I feel like a lot of collective, that's that Fool card in tarot, that leap of faith. You took that leap of faith. And it was worth it. You're finding out like, wow, I should have done shadow work a long time ago, right? Mastering my heart, mastering myself, protected. I got this. I'm in alignment. I got real promises being delivered to me by the Most High God. Like, this is amazing, right? God helps those who help themselves, right? It's kind of like you got a bunch of these people, these karmics, right? And like, I need help me, somebody, please help me. And God's like, okay, I hear your call. I'm going to lower down a rope. Okay, all you have to do is just stand up to grab the rope. All you got to do is that. Hold on, right? So God's like, I'm hearing your call. Okay, I'm going to lower down a rope to you. All right? You got these people that are like, help me. So I'm going to lower down this rope. All you have to do is just at least jump or stretch your arm. That's all you got to do, right? That's it. Start with little steps. They don't want to do that. All you got, just jump. They don't want to do that. Or like stretch your arm or stand up. Get up. They don't want to do that. So, right? And these could be the same people that have been calling out and praying and calling out and praying and calling out to God to help them. And God's literally been dropping these little things to help them. And then they're just like, you don't see the signs, the messages, you're not hearing, right? That's because there's no faith. That's not your problem. Like, God's literally been dropping seeds of inspiration, and you're just looking at it, not doing anything. Can I have some of your potatoes? You have a potato seed right there, waiting to be planted by you. Because they don't want to do the work. They just want to eat. They just want to eat your harvest instead of growing their own, because it's just easier and very irritating. Alright, I'll get one more and then I'll move to tarot. Your pattern routine. You know these people person. Yeah, so these are people that you definitely know. Alright, that you could have had some sort of routine or dynamic that was very predictable or that made you feel safe and comfortable with them. Like, yeah, I know this person is toxic, and I know, like, if I tell them they're going to betray me, like, I already know that, or I know that if I wear this, they're going to copy it, or they're going to tell me, or they're going to feel some type of way. I already know that. Or I know that if I, try to show them this, they're going to try and steal and try and take it. I already know that. So what do? You start learning from that. And now, at a point, it was like, well, I might as well just not tell them. I might as well just not show them. I might as well just not bring them, right? But at some point, it's kind of like, dang, like, how long am I going to keep doing this? Why am I keeping these people around? Why am I keeping these habits? I already know how it's going to be. More suffering, more betrayal, more toxicity. I already know. So I feel like that was releasing the chains of the past, right? Because people tend to get comfortable, like I said, in suffering because it's predictable. They know, right? So it's like a lot of these... You have to realize that why are you keeping those relationships, those dynamics, those friendships, those patterns, those routines, those habits, right? Despite it's bad for you and you know that, but you already know, like, if I do this, that bad thing's going to happen. It's a karmic cycle. It's a cycle, right? And so I feel like for a lot of you, you're like, dang, like, for what? What's the whole point? I already know it's going to be more suffering, but why am I here? Right? So I feel like for a lot of you, you switched up how you once were, your patterns and your routines, the people that you associated yourself with, relationships, dynamics, blah, 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 whatever. You let those things go. Right? Your patterns, your routines, these people. So that's what you let go of. Right? It's kind of like, I have all these amazing things, or like, I have... The best thing I can say is, like, I have a graduation, right? And I want to tell my best friend about it, but my best friend's going to make me feel some type of way. If they're going to be like, oh, mama, right? So I might as well not even tell them or invite them. But it's like, dang, that kind of sucks because I want to share this with someone that really cares, right? Someone that's going to support me, right? So I feel like a lot of that was a turning point for a lot of you. And you just released a lot of these people that they just have some weird secret animosity towards your harvest. And it's because they don't want to change. They feel comfortable in being toxic, and I'm getting paranoid. These people are being paranoid right now. Okay, experiencing bouts of paranoia. Right? Because it's like, not only did you try to make me feel like my harvest was bad or something, but now you want to enjoy my harvest too. So I feel like that realization to them that, oh, maybe the collective really is serious about not sharing, that's freaking them out, because they weren't expecting that. So not only did you think you could bully the karmic into, not only did the karmics think that they could bully you into thinking that you were a karmic and not have a successful harvest, but you do now. So not only that, but the realization that, oh, maybe we can't bully them and gaslight them and guilt them into giving us their harvest, the same harvest that we told them that was impossible for them. Well, maybe you guys you're onto something. You're definitely onto something, karmics, because you're right about that. You can't anymore. I don't know why you thought you could play these mind games, but you're definitely right about that. Maybe it's not going to work, because it's not. So if you think that, oh, maybe we can't bully the collective, you're right. I'll give you that. You're definitely right about that. You're too, like, she's not even looking. She's looking with all her might, like she's just, I don't know, being pulled towards the future. She's not paying attention to the past. She's not paying attention about, like, well, if I have this harvest, then, you know, so-and-so is gonna feel some type of way, or so-and-so is gonna, or so-and-so. No, you don't have to worry about so-and-so, because so-and-so is blocked. So-and-so is not gonna get any of your harvest, and you're not paying attention to so-and-so. Who is so-and-so? Right? Who are you? Because at this point, you're now strangers. Right? I feel like these people were convincing themselves that, oh yeah, they're going to let us get some of their harvest, right? But that's because they probably were under the impression that they knew you, but like I said, you're strangers now. They don't know who you are today. And now they're realizing, oh wow, maybe we really don't know the collective. Maybe we can't convince them. Maybe we can't guilt them. Maybe we can't gaslight them. You're right about that. Right. Yes. Keep going down that path, because you're onto something. Yes. For sure. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. We got Spirit Baby came out. You're birthing something brand new that's going to be a benefit for the future. Okay, and look, you have the healing touch on the bottom of the deck. You have the healing touch. So you're doing amazing things. So keep doing the amazing things that you're doing. All right. And if anybody from the past is trying to come into your present timeline to try and guilt trip you into looking at the past and giving to the past and being stuck in the past, just look at them like they're like, ew, like, what are you doing? Do I know you? Right? Just hit him like with a 1-2 with your words. All right? My nose is itching. I feel like that alone is going to be enough. It should be enough. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen. Hello! Alright. Oof. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. I had a dream last night, right? I'm not gonna tell you the whole dream, but basically the whole not the gist of it. I mean, I guess literally, yeah. I guess the whole gist of the dream is that you have access to, I don't know if it's higher beings, higher connections, higher authority, but you have access to that, okay? And God forbid, if anybody from your past or whatever the case tries to like impede in your path and try to like interrupt your journey, you have full authorization to access this higher authority, higher beings, higher entities, higher what it's something that's like high ranking. You have access to it, right? And it's kind of like a reminder to let you know that you have access to this. So if anything were to happen, we got you. All right? Or something like that. So you have a very, 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 I'm talking about like, you have a very strong team behind you. And these are not, you're playing with the big boys now. You got the big guns behind you. All right, you got some tough steel metal armor behind you. I'm seeing like these big nostrils like breathing out, and you can like literally see like the air that's coming out of them, right? Like, right? And you're like, anyways, what is coming out today? Let us see, let us see, let us see. Egads. Queen of Pentacles upright, the Geomancer, Page of Wands reverse, Page of Embers, the Wanderer reverse, Page of Wands reverse. Okay. So you're the Queen of Pentacles upright. That's obvious. So you can you're very resourceful. I was talking about harvest. You have a harvest, blah blah. The Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, they are the ones that they planted the seeds, they build things from the foundations, they grow things from seedlings, all right? They start from nothing to build something, all right? They can create nothing, they can create something out of nothing, essentially. That would be you, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. But you are the Queen of Pentacles, or you could be a King of Pentacles. Take it how it resonates. But it is a Queen of Pentacles upright, all right? So that's the Queen of Pentacles. Luscious, abundant, garden, overflowing, right? And everything is coming from that one pentacle, that one seed, right? One seed. You plant a strawberry seed, you get like maybe 3 strawberries, right? But those 3 strawberries have like 40 seeds on them, so that's more seeds, right? It all starts from one seed, right? And you grew something from one seed, from yourself. So you can do that. But we also have the Geomancer, all right? So you're really, really good at I'm getting like sacred geometry. It's so crazy because I've been thinking about my one tattoo for like the longest, and I'm like, why am I thinking about it again? But it doesn't matter. I mean, it is relevant, but I don't want to. Anyways, so the Geomancer, right? Hold on. Okay, I literally had to Google this because this is the first time. Well, I didn't really look into it when I got the cards, but a geomancer is a practitioner of geomancy, a form of divination and spiritual practice that involves interpreting patterns in the earth, sand, or stone to gain insight or guidance. For example, like runes. That's funny. The term can also refer to a fictional character who wields earth-based magic or has a connection to the land. Additionally, Geomancer is the name of a specific champion in the mobile game Raids Noble, known for his powerful defensive and offensive abilities. This ancient art of divination has roots in the Arabic world and was spread throughout the Middle Ages. A geomancer creates patterns by throwing pebbles and drawing dots and lines on the ground. Oh, God, I love that. These figures are then interpreted to answer questions or predict the future, drawing on principles similar to those in astrology but focus on earthly elements. The term geomancy also encompasses or is closely related to other traditions that harmonize with the earth, such as the Chinese practice of Feng Shui and the Indian practice of Vastu Shastra. That's cool. A geomancer is often depicted as a wizard, sorcerer, or a supernatural being with a strong connection to earth, plants, and directional energy. They can possess innate earth-based magical abilities to learn them, making them a powerful and sometimes rare type of magician. Ancient art of divination that uses earth features, ground patterns, or the random placement of dots to predict the future. It's very interesting, actually. Because I'm also getting in this picture, the geomancer, it's like he's placing dots strategically, and wherever he places these dots, these seedlings, these sprouts are growing. Like, look. So that's the Queen of Pentacles. That's the geomancer, and you can see, right, wherever these dots are, these are the sprouts that are growing. So you know how to... It's very strategic how you grow things, how you manipulate things, but not in a karmic way, in a way where sometimes you have to, in order to grow something in the soil, you have to manipulate the soil. You have to move the soil around, you know, put something in the soil, cover the soil up, water the soil. You're manipulating the soil, essentially. All right, that's a positive way of manipulation. All right, so you are very strategic in how you do this. All right, you could be a strategist or a tactician. Okay, and if that is the case, you're a very, very highly sought after tactician or a strategist. Very intelligent. All right, but here's the thing, though, because you got a bunch of people that are blocked from this. You could have a bunch of people that want to be around you because you're really good at strategizing. Okay, you could be a really good tactician, and you got people that want to essentially they see this and they're like, oh, they know what they're doing, right? So you could have a bunch of people that want to get close to you. These are the karmics because they don't, with that page of Ember reverse. So let me show you. You got the page of Wands reverse. Okay, so not only are they blocked, but you have the Wanderer reverse. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're doing. All right. And these people, they don't want you to know this is about them. They're trying to hide this because it says, you know, right? You know these people, this person, you know who they are. And they don't want you to, like, they don't want you to see that this is, they don't want you to be, you got a bunch of people from the past, right? And they're going to be like, oh, hi, how are you, blah, 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 right? But they don't want you to know that the only reason why they're approaching you, 4411, is because they're lost. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. Okay? They don't understand. They don't know. They don't have an idea. Not only that, but they feel like they're blocked. They can't see. They can't hear. They're deaf, dumb, and blind, essentially. Right? But they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that they're deaf, dumb, and blind. They have no faith. They can't see. They don't want you to know that they're still a victim of what was me, self-made victim. They don't want you to know that. All right? They don't want you to know that. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles has her eyes closed. So not only does she have, not only does she have her eyes closed, but in this one, this woman is not even facing behind her. She's not looking behind her. She's not. So you have your eyes closed and your back turned to these people. Because I already know why you're coming towards me. I already know. The minute that you turned my way and try to go, stop talking because I already know. Don't go no further. I know you're lost. You want me to help you, but you don't want to help yourself. No. Thank you. No. We're not doing that. Now again, there's a difference, right? Because you're going to know with your intuition and your discernment, right? You're going to know the difference between people who want to be a victim forever and people who are really, 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 really trying to I want to be my own hero. Okay? You're going to know. You're going to know. It's not the big secret that people think it is. You're going to know, right? You got faith? Well, then you're going to know. You got the armor of God? You're going to know. It's very simple. It's not... People think, oh, we're going to wear this mask and then we're going to wear this costume and then we're going to talk like this and then they won't be able to see, they won't be able to hear. We're going to know. I know. Okay? I know. You can't fake energy. These people know. Well, the collective can heal us. You want me to heal you and then, okay, what are you going to do after that? Well, it's just life is so hard and I don't want to. So I'm healing you for what? What are you going to do with that healing energy? I'm going to give this to you and then what? You're going to put it on the shelf to let it collect dust? What are you going to do? Are you going to work on yourself, do some shadow work? Are you just going to go back into your, what was me? Then no, I'm not going to help you. Right? Because then what? You're going to come back and then you feel good for a day and then you're going to go back to doing the same shit, same routine, same old. What are you doing? And I know that sounds really mean, but I said what I said and I'm going to stand on that. Listen, I'm not a perfect human. I never said I was. I will never try to be. I'm a human. The best thing I can do is just be good and be kind and be honest, all right, and be present in my life. Anything else, I hate to say it, but is irrelevant. And unfortunately, that's irrelevant to me. Okay, and if that makes me seem like a very mean, selfish individual, then I don't know what to tell you. Jesus, all these cards came out. We have the Nine of Embers upright, which is the Nine of Wands. You're going to keep going no matter what. Nothing's going to stop you. No one's going to stop you. You're going to keep going. And you have a lot of power behind you. Not only do you have it behind you, in front of you, the sides, within you, around you, above you, below you. Listen, you are a ball of fire. A ball of power. And you can do anything. Right? You know how to. With that Queen of Pentacles, that geomancer energy. Right? Look, the Nine of Wands. Wait, that's the Nine of Wands? Wait, that's the Nine of Wands. And then, that's the Nine of Embers. Look at that volcano. Look at that point of power right there. You're literally bursting at the seams with power. And that's all you care about right now. Your own power, right? How can you handle it? How can you disperse it, how to manipulate it, how you can use it to grow this, and how can you put into that, and how can you do this, and how can you help that, and how can you help yourself, and right? That's all you care about. None of this, what was me, whiny shizzle. You don't care about that. You don't care about that. And that's not a crime. I got things to do. I'm a busy person. I don't care that you, I just feel so ugly today, and okay, what do you want me to do about that? Well, I just figured, I just want to know how you became, how are you so secure? Well, do you love yourself? Do you like yourself? That's a perfect start right there. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well then don't talk to me. What do you want me to say? Right? That's not things that someone can just magically give you. I give you confidence. Now you're magically confident. That's not how it works. That's not how that works. Confidence cannot be given, right? It can only be built from the inside. Idiot. We got the Ace of Cups upright. The Ace of Swords reverse. Someone's going to lie to you, make it seem like they love you, they have feelings for you, they admire you, right? They cherish you. That's a lie. The Ace of Swords reverse, right on top of the Ace of Cups. Someone's going to come in with, oh, I love you, I support. That's a lie. Ten of Cups reverse. I'm telling you, that's a lie. The Four of Swords upright, right? They don't love you. They just heal me, please. I don't love you and I don't like you, but, if you need me to tell you that, then I will tell you that I love you. And that's all. You just told me. You're just telling me that what you want me to hear. You just told me you don't care about me, and you just tell me if that's what you want to hear, I will tell you that. No, that's not what I want to hear. I don't want to hear anything from you. Don't tell me nothing. Go away. You already know that they're only telling you this because they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know who they are. This could be a fire sign. You could be a fire sign. You could be an earth sign. This could be an earth sign. This could be a karmic fire sign, a karmic water sign. All right? You could be a water sign, earth sign, fire sign, or an air sign. It doesn't really matter, right? This person could be younger than you, or they just kind of like cut themselves short, right? They just kind of like, you have all this potential and you just stopped. Right? Ten of Chalices reverse. Just Ten of Cups. Four of Swords upright. Ace of Swords reverse. Ace of Cups upright. There's no love from this individual to you. Now, not only that, but there's no love around them and their environment. They don't have love for themselves. You think this person has the will, right? They don't have love for themselves. What love can they give you? They don't even like themselves. You think they're going to actually like you, genuinely like you, right? And because if they don't like themselves, don't even look at it as like they don't like themselves, but they like me. No, they don't like themselves, and they're looking at you as competition. So we have the Ten of Lotuses reversed, but this also the Ten of Lotuses, Ten of Cups. I feel like this person feels like they're just hanging in the air, wandering around. They don't know what to do. They're just like, this person could want to hang from a string. Okay, so take that how that resonates. If you understand, then you understand. We have the Four of Birds and then the Four of Swords. This person is looking for solace within you. They're turning to you, this person from the past. They're looking to you for a sense of solace, healing, peace, recovery, regeneration, health, right? They're looking to heal, and they know that you got it. They know you got it because it says right here, you have the healing touch, okay? But it's not going to be a crime if you choose not to heal them. That's not a crime either, okay? It's kind of like this person is like, oh, I see you live in a big mansion, so can you help me out with this bill? No. Well, that's messed up because I see you live in a mansion. Okay, and? It's not a crime to not help someone, right? And they're going to be like, oh, you're mean, you're selfish, blah, blah, blah. But they don't know that while they're saying that, you're giving to charity, you're helping the less fortunate, you're giving to shelters, you volunteer, right? Because that one person feels like they're not being able to, like, touch your light, right? They're going to demonize you. Let them, because they don't know who you are. Not the you today. They don't know what you're about. They don't know who you are. They don't know your story. They don't know your struggle. They don't know your plans, your future, your path. They don't know none of that. Let them. Because who are you? Right? That would be the equivalent of a stranger. Let's say you live in a mansion. You live in a mansion. This would be a stranger knocking on your door. Hi, yeah, can you help me pay my car note because I couldn't pay it for, I don't know. And you're like, I don't even know who you are. Why are you asking me? Well, I just seen you, and I see you every day, and I figured because you live in this mansion, you can help me. No, I'm not. I don't even know who you are. I'm sorry, but no, that's not my problem. Well, that's just messed up. As a good citizen, as a good Samaritan, you should help your fellow neighbor. Just close the door because I'm not about to hear this. Hello, 911. Yes, trespassing, harassment. Very simple. Very simple. All right, the Ace of Birds, which is the Ace of Swords. This is a liar. All right, they're going to try and manipulate, trying to guilt trip you, trying to confuse you, cast some sort of illusion with their words, right? Trying to make it seem like they're all love and light. Okay, they too want to grow. They too want to heal. They too want to be abundant. No. They're going to lie to get to your abundance. They're going to lie to get you to heal them. On the bottom of the deck, we have soulmates, the lovers. Okay, it could be a Gemini, you could be a Gemini, or this person wants to make it seem like we were meant to be. And if you say yes, okay, now heal me. Meanwhile, this person's like nasty and mean to you the entire time. Like, I thought you said we were lovers, but you're treating me like something on the bottom of your shoe, right? And then it's going to be too late when you realize, oh, wow, they just used me to heal them. They just used me for my harvest, right? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands reverse. Six of Embers reverse. Yeah. Whatever this plan of theirs is, they compared to you, and again, right, because this is someone that doesn't like themselves, and if they don't like themselves, you think they're going to like you? No. They're going to look at you as competition, right? So if they're looking at it like that, they feel like compared to you, they're failing. They're a big fat failure. They're not going anywhere. No applause, no congratulations, no reward, no harvest, right? So be very mindful, because this individual, they're not coming to play. But you, being a very good, very sought after, very admired tactician or strategist, you can see this as a game, all right? I feel like that would be the best way. I feel like that's what a good strategist or tactician does. They view it as a game, right? Because what else are you supposed to do? Because this person, they're coming here to win. So why can't you view it as a game? You coming towards me to win. You want something. You want to win something. Okay? So if you want to play a game, let's play a game. And I'll show you who the real winner is. Okay? So this is a reading. Bye.